Hey viewers, so just doing some thinking on my commute today to work. Just some of the things that you've got to think about if you want an off-grid lifestyle, especially if you're going to live in a rural area. So this is one of our small mountain passes that we have to go over to get to work. It's a 55-mile commute one way. Takes about an hour and a half on bad snowy days, or hour and 45 minutes if it's real bad. And then typically in the spring and summer, it's about an hour and 15 minute commute one direction. So again, just some of the things that you need to think about when you're choosing an off-grid lifestyle, especially if you live in a rural area. So like I said, I was doing some thinking, just thought I'd see if I can help other people that might be deciding to do a rural lifestyle or off-grid life. We live up on a mountain, and like I said, the nearest town, the nearest town's like 45 miles away, so about a 50 minute commute, but there's really not a lot there. So our nearest bigger town that we work at has a Walmart, and the place we work, so it's less of it's a further commute, but there's more work there. So you just have to decide when you're going to move, or you're looking at property in different areas, what your commute might be. We honestly didn't do that ahead of time. We just kind of pulled the trigger and went with this property, and figured, we'd figure out what to do next. I kind of looked around to see what towns were around, but I didn't really do a lot of planning. So it's one of those things you've got to do if you want that lifestyle. Last Friday, we didn't get home till like 11 o'clock because we came over this pass that I just showed you in the video, and probably should have took the other route. We have two routes. One route is less mountainous, and it goes adjacent to the lake that we live near, that highway, pretty much the whole stretch. So it gets plowed more and is more maintained. This route right now, I'm still driving on packed snow, so it's still pretty slick. Probably should have taken the other way again this morning, but I was running a little behind. This route's a little bit faster, saves us about 10 minutes. It's just kind of iffy. Definitely wouldn't bring my car this way. I usually commute in my Ford Focus, so that wouldn't have been a good thing today. But give me your thoughts, if you're already off-grid, and what your commutes might be like, or your thoughts as far as different ideas for commuting. There are areas where you can live closer to a bigger town and still be off-grid. We just found this property and got a heck of a deal on 10 acres of land, and I wouldn't trade it. But last Friday when we got home at 11, for a few seconds it's like, what the hell are we doing? You kind of second guess, or give your life a second thought, I guess, sometimes, but I wouldn't trade it. It was just in that moment, we got home, we had ice to contend with, and to get up our mountain, or up our little section of the hill to where our cabin is, we actually have this SUV I'm driving right now, but it won't make it up, and we wouldn't want to do the wear and tear on it anyway, so we have an old beater Jeep. And so that means that we've got to unload everything from the grocery store into that, and then reload that, and then drive up, and then we have to unpack it again to get it into the cabin. So basically there's, two transitions that have to be done every time we go up and down the hill, every morning for work, every night when we get home. And, that's just another thing to think about. That's what we have to do. Eventually, maybe we'll have a better SUV that could go up and down the mountain and be able to do it all at once. But our road is so rough going up, I wouldn't want to beat anything that's decent up. So eventually we want to get a four-wheeler, or a couple four-wheelers. We thought about a side-by-side, but honestly, four-wheelers, you can do so much more with them in my mind. They're so much more feasible as far as you can go down trails that you can't go on a side-by-side, and get to places you can't get on a side-by-side. So I think that's the route we're going to go. Granted, it's not a very good trip up and down the mountain on two of them, where you could just both pack into a side-by-side and go up and down the mountain. So those are some other things to think about. We do have a tractor, four-wheel drive tractor. In fact, yesterday morning I had to get up and plow because we had to go to Spokane the other day, and didn't have time to plow that morning, and it was too dark when we got home. So I got up before work and started plowing at 5:30 yesterday morning. We only had like 3 or 4 inches, but if you don't plow and then more builds up on that, that can be a big problem. So I did that down our section, and then I did part of our county road that the plow stops at a certain point, so I did the rest of it for my car to be able to make it through. So just one more thing that you need to think about, you know, is a possible tractor or dozer or something that you may be able to plow with, plow for a truck if you're going to live in a snow-prone area like we do. This has been a really mild winter, so I'm thankful, because our commutes haven't been that bad really until now. But typically, you know, it can be pretty bad most of the winter. The first winter we were here, we had drifting snow, you know, 3 feet deep or so in spots, and they've had more than that up here in winters in the past. So again, just feel free to comment, give me your thoughts, you know, what you think, what you might do if you're off grid, or if you're already off grid, what you do for some of these different ideas or concepts, thoughts. Anyhow, I just thought I'd go ahead and do a video on my way into work today, and help anybody out that I can, or just see if I can get feedback from other people. All right, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, go ahead and like it, and support us by liking and getting us some more followers if you would. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.